Hello peers, this is Green Ray. Today we have another video. This time, this is basically my day off of streaming, and I've decided to make a video where we review what we were doing the past week, what you guys missed on Twitch, so that way you can get an idea of what's coming up in the future, or what you could go rewind the stream to go watch. Okay, so this is my main channel right here. If we click on videos, and then instead of just looking at recent broadcasts, we can filter the videos by highlights, and this will allow us to get the best information on what happened in the past week or so, now that I'm done making all the highlights. So as you can see, 13 days ago I made a bunch of highlights, and 6 days ago I made a bunch of highlights, and so those were like, what, on Fridays? But today I was actually on time with making these highlights, so I actually did it this time on Thursday instead of super early Friday. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. I'm more rested. I haven't been having super long streams this week. I've just been taking it easy, not playing anything too incredibly hard. So with that said, let's take a look at some of these highlights. So we've got there was a highlight for about an hour of me playing. Oh yeah, at the very beginning you can actually hear me do. Yeah, I do that sound apparently sometimes, or the sounds similar to it. Anyways, so here we are. This was me doing a boss rush. So I had to fight the various final bosses from Saga Frontier. Yeah, you have to talk to each of them, and then once you've defeated all 6 of the ones that aren't the ones for the quest that you're actually in, then you can move on to actually continue the story and fight the what I like to call the Omega version of the final boss, which should be coming up soon. So you can see, I'm accessing the menu now and trying to get characters set up. And prepared. Okay, here we are. So here's the story, and then I ended up, of course, successfully beating it. So I'm not sure why this is at the beginning of the highlights, because this was one of the more recent streams. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. So there isn't much else to it. If you guys are really into Saga Frontier and you want to see those fights again, then you can go check that out. It's only about an hour of highlights, which you can fast forward through. Now this is a smaller highlight. This is just me playing Bomberman for only like 26 minutes or so on a certain day. Like I say, I am a variety streamer. If you want to take a look at the schedule, I definitely play Mario Maker 2, Levelhead, and Feria each week, and everything else is up in the air, so to speak. So on Saturday and Sunday and Monday, I will have a specific game in mind that I plan to play on each of those days. However, there's no guarantee whether I will or will not stream bonus games in addition to those 6 base games that I decide to stream each week. So in other words, there are 3 surprise games that I will play, and then there are 3 non-surprise games that I'll play. And then anything else is just bonus after that. So if it happens. And so in the past, I'll, like, I don't know, I didn't know if the schedule would really work for the viewers, and honestly, I don't think it really has, but it works for me as a streamer, and so I just need to stick with whatever schedule works for me. Anyways, so this was the highlight of the Bomberman game. So this is a new Bomberman game, and it's actually similar to Tetris 99, as well as Pac-Man 99? Question mark. I'm not sure. Oh, Mario 35, Super Mario 35. It's similar to that too. So there are actually 64 players involved, and so I guess I started off on room 13 out of 16. um, or no, this is just the demo. Well, this isn't actually. So yeah, in the demo, then I go to room 9. Looks like, yeah. So there's some. It's a really interesting style because you have to move from board to board, which is really clever of them. I have to say, I was surprised that it seems like it was really well done. Um, and so far as I can tell, there isn't anything particularly weird that you can do. Of course, I'm still a low-ranked noob, so what do I really know? But um, I'm over like it's not. It doesn't, from what I can tell at least, it doesn't have the same things that I thought were annoying in some of the other games. So yeah. So I'm not sure if it'll appeal to people that liked Tetris 99 or not, but I certainly enjoy playing it. So we'll be playing this for sure. Very soon again. I'll probably be playing this. I'll probably just play this in little bursts throughout the week. Who knows when I'll play it? I'll just feel. I don't want to play. I don't want to play it before Varia. Probably it's unlikely that it'll happen, just because Varia is just slow-paced game compared to Bomberman. Look at this. I'm in here right now with this guy, I think. If this is not the tutorial, yeah. And that was pretty uh, dangerous and exciting. Yeah, I was black. Oh, you can actually tell which character the player is, because there's a blue outline. There's no blue outline for these other characters. It means I'm not playing as, I'm not controlling that character. So I guess if you jump into a Super Bomberman R online stream, then you can find out who they're playing as just by looking at the blue outlines. That's something to keep in mind. Although it might not necessarily be always blue, but it is for this particular bomber or me as a player. I'm not sure which. So I mean, but I mean, obviously there's no glowing outline for the characters. So I would like to point out that even though I collected a lot of bomb power-ups, oh yeah, my max bomb strength is 2, but the max movement speed is 8. Yeah, okay, here are actually my stats there. I was able to see it. I just wasn't paying too much attention to it. So different color bombers have different attributes. Some of them can have a higher limit on some of these things. Others can't. So I actually was at that limit for my fire, my movement speed, and my bombs. So I did a pretty good job of collecting power-ups. So I'm in room 2 right now. Looks like there's 2, 6, 10, and 14, and 3, 7, 11, and 15. So all the outer rooms got closed. Interesting. All the inner ones are available. Do some fast forwarding, and then now, yeah, these other outer ones got eliminated. And now I'm in room 6, it looks like. Which is pretty cool. Then they close up 10 and 11, it looks like. Yeah. So we can go to the right, but it would it would take us to room 11, I think, and so I would still be in danger. Anyway, I went to room 6. I stayed in room 6 because it was only the people that were in room 10 that were actually in danger. Right. That had surprised me. So when you get to that point, maybe it's chance whether or not you have to move, but anyway, yeah. And so I wonder at the end, are we in room 6 or 7? We go to 7. Okay. I wonder if it's always like that or not. I don't think it really matters. I'm just curious. Um, so this was the final match. And I actually took a hit, for once. So I don't know where I ended up. Shouldn't I have respawned already? I'm confused. Oh, there I am. I'm just flashing red, so it looks like I'm a red bomber when I'm not. I don't know why I'm flashing red. It could be a power-up or something. Maybe it's because I only have 1 hit point left. I think it does mean I only have 1 hit point left, maybe. I don't know. Oh no, I'm not flashing red anymore. That's weird. Well, maybe I earned another hit point. Okay, so Aqua is flashing red, so that means it might mean that they only have 1 hit point left. So if they get hit, then they should be eliminated. Honestly, I was just playing the game. I didn't have enough time to pay attention to what was going on. It's kind of ironic. So yellow's about to take a hit. Oh, yellow got eliminated. Oh, no, yellow's back, and now he's blinking red. I think my theory is correct. Yeah, I think I actually got an extra hit point. That was the only time I got hit the entire time. Like, I think you can only have 1 spare hit point, maybe. Maybe it depends on what character you are. Looks like as black, you get 2 max, maybe. Anyway, or maybe it depends on what game mode you're playing too. But yeah, I managed to get Palmer Run, which was pretty exciting. And I spent the rest of the time just like looking at stuff, like these things. Like, see, look at the white has the best potential, but he starts out pretty low, and pink has like really high starting, but she doesn't advance or lose power-ups apparently, which is interesting. Green is stuck at 1 and 1. I don't know why anyone would want to play green. Maybe just for an optional challenge, I guess. But anyway, and there's a bunch of other characters too, and apparently the other characters have some special abilities. So there's like one character that has like weaker stats than White Bomber, for example. He has less potential, but then like he actually has a special ability. I don't know what the special ability does. I'm curious to find out more about it. I believe there was a viewer that told me something about them having purchased the premium pack, so they were able to use those extra characters. One of them was from Fall Guys. That was the one I was just mentioning, and there were a bunch of others too. But I thought the Fall Guys one was the most noteworthy, I suppose. But obviously, the other characters are interesting looking, to say the least. Um, anyway, that's enough of that highlight. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that game. So I think it was worth spending a little bit of extra time watching that. Okay, so what else do we have here? So 6 hours ago, might be easy to get that mixed up 6 days ago. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, I may have jumped ahead accidentally. Yeah. Anyway, so these are highlights, right? As they should be. Um, so 6 hours ago, um, so a highlight that I made was me playing another level from Beneficial Excellence. This was in Levelhead. This is a new game that I started playing, and I started making some levels for it, or courses for it. Most of the levels are just small levels. They want to encourage you to build as many levels as you want. But they don't necessarily, they're not going to be super strict about what kinds of levels you build. So I think maybe they want you to build shorter levels, but even still, I decided to make a like 6 level course. Because I was able to do it. Anyway, I liked it. It reminded me of making my Mario Maker courses, blah blah blah. And anyway, in that first, what I would like to call non-simple course, because all the other ones are like single level courses for the most part. They're all, very simple levels. What was I trying to say? In that course, one of the levels was based off of a power-up. Uh, what I would say might be my favorite power-up in this game. And this particular maker, Beneficial Excellence, was able to provide me a very fun level to use that power-up with. It was a Ripcord level. Ripcord's the name of the power-up. It's actually the flying power-up of the game. the flying power for the game, I made a level for that power specifically in my first non-simple course, and I'm really proud of it. So it's one out of 6 levels. Yeah, the blue gems are really pretty. Short shorts down here commenting on the gems. Anyways, this level was very difficult, very challenging, but it didn't take me too long. As you can see, the highlight was only 4 minutes and 50 seconds. And then when we get to the top, you know, I made a little clip, or was planning to make a little clip of me here. I guess you probably want to hear my reaction. Let me rewind it a little bit better. Oh, this is so sticking. Oh, last gems. Let's put. Oh no! Hey, I wanted that. Okay, here. All right, here we go. Oh no! Hey, I wanted that. So I don't know if you noticed it or not, but right around here, so I like rose up a little bit higher than I intended to, and I bounced off the trampoline. I might be able to get him. So I was trying to bounce on that guy down there. And so then all this happened. Theory, yes. Oh, it didn't go through the brush. Okay, good. So I was thinking, oh, this is weird. I didn't expect this thing to do what it's doing right now. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, we should use 1.5 speed, shouldn't we? For this YouTube video when I look at this stuff. Anyways, as you can see, since I was going down for the blobfish anyways, I kind of went for the gems too. So I got all the gems, which is cool. And I did get all the enemies too, so I got the ribbon. Anyway, that was a really fun level. And so let's look at the next highlight. Okay, there was also a June 2nd highlight. This was me playing Faria. This is actually 1 hour and 36 minutes, so we'll just take a quick peek at some of the games. Let's change this to 2x speed. Okay, never mind. This is too slow. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and I feel like I should just concede at this point. He's got a lot of guys on the board right now. We can move the grizzly away from me in general. Not be a bad idea. I was sounding really scared. Did I lose this much? I don't have a very great hand, do I? Let's fast forward a bit. Can be in a position to kill the 2/2 later. Yeah, I have to say I'm struggling to see how I'd possibly have a chance to win this. I'm here for now. I'm the way the champion's positioned. So Cypher Blood Tire. Uh-oh, now it's even I'm in a worse position than I was before. Creatures like he's had control of the game. Oh. But that was my fault. Twins next turn. I wonder why he would do that. Well, this doesn't look too bad. This might actually be this game doesn't look as bad as some of the other losses I've had. But I think I still lose this. So if I just kind of ignore him for a while. Yeah, like I was really optimistic. So I'm definitely sure I did not lose every single game. Oh, I remember losing this one now. Salamander, that's not very nice. What did the salamander do? Did he do anything? Anyways, so there's not a whole lot to go on here. If you guys want to see me losing card games, then this is great content. If you'd rather see me win, then you should check out some of my other Fire Area highlights that I've made in previous weeks. But yeah, I'm struggling because I'm kind of stuck at rank 4. I can't seem to get to rank 3. So if you can get past rank 1, then you actually enter God rank, then there's a new ranking system there. But anyway, and every once in a while you get demoted when the season resets, blah blah blah. Alright. But yeah, I don't want to play it any more than just on Fridays, because then I would just get too frustrated and fail way too much, blah blah blah. Get addicted. But I think I'm gonna spend some time and building a new deck, perhaps, because it kind of looks like that deck's not going anywhere right now. Anyway, okay. So there was a highlight preparing for boss X in Saga Frontier. This was the one I thought I was clicking on earlier. This is me fighting various bosses. Should probably change this to 1.5. It's just a little bit more palatable, I think. Right, so I was boss rushing Heretical Heart first. So that's what this story was for. And then I prepared by doing Red's quest fused with fusions. So then we have this stuff happening. So what happened? Well, Blue took Red's place. How fitting. And that took about 3.5 hours to get through those 2 stories or whatever, story and a half, or one story or whatever you want, however you want to look at it, like post-game content stuff. Anyways, and then so after that we had. Should we continue looking at? Yeah, we should just look at this from category to category, right? So that was a Saga Frontier category. We already showed you the earlier one accidentally. Let's show you the one in the middle that we did. So on July 4th, had to do the boss rush for the boss X final form. And this boss actually took me a lot of tries to beat. So I started fighting him, around 50, 2 minutes in or so. And then I'm still fighting him. And or coming up with battle strategies for quite some time, as you can see. So from 52 to 206, even a little bit farther, maybe around 212, 214. So yeah, the battle took a while. Like, the battle itself seemed to take, well, around 10 minutes or so, minimum. Yeah. It actually looks like it's creeping up on 15 minutes or so, maybe almost. No, not 15. More like 12 or 13. Anyway, the battle wasn't as hard as I was thinking it might be, but as you can see, it took me a while to get it right. I wasn't sure what to do. I tried quite a few things, but in the end, he proved too powerful for me. It was a very interesting battle. I don't want to spoil too much, but if you guys are curious about it, then you can investigate that highlight for yourself. All right. I would say that was actually one of the more interesting highlights for Saga Frontier. The Amelia boss was actually pretty easy. I didn't really struggle on it at all. So, but if you're curious how I beat it, then you can go check out that highlight as well. So, okay, other highlights. We were looking at a level head highlight. We could try to look at more level head highlights real quick here. Looks like there's 2 more. Let's take a look at this one first. This was me playing a level from a streamer that I've been watching play level head. Mostly they just build on stream, which I'm okay with. As long as the building process isn't like the dumbest, process. I don't know what I'm trying to say. As long as I can enjoy the building process, even just a little bit, then I want to watch the channel because I want to support building streams. So this was a highlight of me basically trying to play this level. I was playing quite a number of this person's levels, Some of them were easy. This one was not. I managed to get to the buddy finally, and so this is the highlight of me managing to do that. So this highlight's mostly for him. Anyway, and then I got to here, and then I just died a lot because it's super hard. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so that's that highlight, and then there was one other level head highlight that we have here. I'm not sure why this guy has 2 chapters. Maybe because I changed the title or something. I don't know. Anyways, so employee work. So this was me basically doing some level head building. So this is a pretty cool highlight. At first you got to see some weird experimental thing that I was doing, and then I jumped straight to this because this was the correct level I was supposed to build. So this was basically me wrapping up, finishing up what was going to be my biggest simple level ever. So it's a daily build, which by it being daily build, you can automatically use the tag simple because you get access to very few unique course parts. Like in other words, like stuff that's not available in every single daily build. There's very few of those kinds of things. One of those things is the shade power up, and so my character doesn't look like the normal GR18 robot, man delivery system thingy, because it's got a power up, and the power up is called the shade power up, and you can use it to teleport just like Nightcrawler from X-Men. Well, I don't know, similarly enough, at least in my opinion. I think it's really cool. Anyway, I think I like all the power-ups in this game, basically. I think they're great. Anyhow, I was definitely doing a lot of testing, and I definitely could have been much better at the game, blah, blah, blah. One of the things I decided to do was to add a sign for the players, because I was having difficulty just managing to use the power-up and the package. So I just recommended for people to not take the package into the mazes with a sign. I noticed some people brought the package with them anyways and were very skillful and managed to get through the maze. So more power to them for bringing it with them. But it's not really necessary for anything. You shouldn't really be getting attacked by anything when you're in the mazes. There are a little bit of some exceptions for the jabbers on the right, because they can actually pass through walls, unlike the canoodle monsters, or robots, or whatever you want to call them, enemies. Anyways, so yeah, it wasn't like the most complicated thing ever, because there's no spawn locations for the enemies, they just are where they are. And so, once you take out all 12 enemies, then you can just freely do all the maze exploration you want to do. So I think it's pretty fair in that regard. Just to be on the safe side, I added a buddy also in the level later on when I was almost finished with the level, and made sure the enclosure looked cool too and stuff. Blah blah blah. So yeah, I did quite a bit of work on it. I designed it so that you have to flip around like 12 or so switches in order to win, and you would collect gems while you're doing that. So, and then there were another 3 like bonus eye switches that you could flip if you could find them. Then that would unlock the bonus treasury room, and by just opening up the goal room, you could actually see that the treasury room existed. That's how I coded it. So, but you wouldn't be able to get in until you found the last eyes. So, and locked them down. So I think it's a really clever design choice on my part that would encourage more people to try to score more points on the level. And although the level itself might have been somewhat bothersome for some players that like to have more fast-paced action, I do think that I learned I do appreciate the value behind noticing the way I used the secret eye switch, or whatever you call it, the one that reveals the stuff inside the enclosure. My usage of that, I felt like, was very good. I think it did its job very well, and I'm probably gonna use that maybe in as many of my levels as possible moving forward. We'll see. Anyways, so yeah, obviously there's a lot to think about and blah blah blah, but this was again, I've made lots of these highlights of me working on stuff in Mario Maker, and so I want to continue making these highlights with Levelhead, and I'll be making with Mario Maker 2 a bit. But keep in mind, guys, I am going to be building on and off stream, so if you guys do want to see some moments of me developing this stuff, continue to show support for it in any way you can think makes sense for you personally. Anyways, let's move on to the next highlight. I don't know why I kept on babbling. There wasn't really a whole lot for you guys to look there. Could have just moved on sooner, but I just wanted to talk about it more, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's pretty much all the Levelhead stuff. Since we're on the subject of Levelhead, let's look at a bit of Mario Maker. And there's a little bit more content after the Mario Maker, so stick around, guys. There's just one other game that I played, it looks like. Anyways, so Mario Maker I only played just yesterday. So first highlight here is apparently a 1-minute highlight. So I was trying to do Nuzlocke, and this was on a bad run anyways, or was within a bad run. So it wasn't in my good run if I remember correctly. Not sure if I should try to go into a play. Wow, did you see that? I hate ice. I'm going to call that death by troll level. Because it's literally an ice level with a trampoline in it, or some weird mechanic. We have to skip. Yeah, according to the Nuzlocke rules, I don't really have a choice. Even if I want to finish the level, I have to just leave. Anyway, so it's pretty awkward. And then we have the best Nuzlocke run of the day. Highlight. This takes about an hour for me to do, so, and only got 21 levels cleared. So if you want to check it out, there's really just a bunch of garbage levels for the most part. There's like maybe 1 or 2 good levels in there out of like more than 21, so I guess it would be 25 exactly. Which one was the best one? I'm not sure. This was one of the better ones. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably not the most exciting to most players. Yes, I am. And at the end, I had like 33 lives, for what it's worth. My gut instinct was to jump over, but it seemed kind of sketchy to me. It didn't seem like I knew for sure, 100% sure that it was the right way. And so I was planning on wall jumping there, but I accidentally ground pounded, which made it possible to clear from there moving forward. So, anyways, so that was something that was interesting. Yeah, that ended my last Nuzlocke. So then we have another highlight of me first clearing a level that I'd given up on in a previous stream. So this is only my second time playing this level, or second day, I guess you could say. I had played it the week previously. Actually, I probably played it like a week and a half ago, because I probably played it on like Monday or something. Anyway, yeah, I took like a week off from Mario Maker, because I just needed to like send a clear message to the viewers, I guess, that I was gonna take their nonsense for viewer levels anymore. Actually set it so you have to subscribe now if you want to send me Mario Maker 2 levels. I suppose if I do a bonus stream with the Mario Maker, I'll probably turn sub mode only off for the viewer levels. But for each Wednesday, it's gonna be subscriber only because I have no other way to justify um me continuing to be exposed to the nonsense. Like, I chose to play this level, and there was no pressure to play it. It was just something that I wanted to do, and I had more fun playing what I wanted to play, regardless of whether or not I thought it was a good level. Like, I just do what I want to do within Mario Maker 2, and having a whole day all to myself to do that, I feel like was fine. Like I was happy with myself for a variety of reasons, and it's debatable whether or not it's the most interesting thing to watch on Twitch, but I'm more comfortable with myself at the end of the day, and that has to be at least a small win in my book. So, I feel like we're just gonna call it that. Anyway, it was a hard level, and it took me quite a while to beat it. Not the easiest level, not the hardest either. And in the end, I do think it was a bit of a troll level, because you're supposed to use like a boom boom or a shuriken or something like that to jump up here, and that's what I did. So if you guys are curious about exactly how I beat that, how did that finishing life go, then feel free to check out the highlight yourself by going to my channel, clicking on videos, clicking on highlights, and then finding it here. July 7th, grabbing the first clear wall on a white flagged forest 3 to world course. There it is. Alright, so there's just one other highlight before we get to the last highlight. So this was just me working on courses in Mario Maker 2. So this was yesterday as well. This code thingy, I should have turned that off, but I forgot to. But anyway, it apparently doesn't know what to do when you're building a level, so it just keeps running, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Anyway, I think that this was a pretty good video where you get to see a section where I was optimizing, things like indicators and fairness and getting the player to do something tricky in a certain way and making it relatively intuitive, blah, blah, blah. So there's an interesting little thing here that I just want to point out real quick here. So this muncher, it's intended to either block or destroy the mole. If it blocks the mole, the interesting thing that happens is you can see the mole's like plate, but he doesn't go up or down. He's just stuck there. I think that's kind of an interesting mechanic. But if he's up high enough, then the mole, when it lands, then it will kill him instead of blocking him. So anyways, yeah, it just depends on if the mole is fast enough with the mole cycle. So yeah, very interesting stuff. So this was a certain section in one of my levels that I'm working on, and yeah, it's a series that I had to put on pause basically as I was finishing up my super world. I wanted to spend more and more time on it and get it done, and as you can see here, I had to continuously make tweaks because I wasn't happy with it. And then, because I'm still a long way from finishing the level, I'm not going to finish it today. I figured I might as well visit another idea that I also want to be working on. And so this level is another series that I had put on pause, basically. And so this one I'm really excited to be working on again for a variety of reasons. One of which has to do with it's making some references to some older levels, like red coin collecting number 6, and I've already built red coin collecting number 20. So the fact that this is going to be like red coin collecting like 22, I would say, it means it's very far apart from the referenced course. So I've had the idea to build this level for a really long time, as you can imagine. Um, I haven't built Red Coin Collecting 21 yet, but I'm planning to finish it before this one's done. So, needless to say, I have a lot of work to do on this one. These red coin collecting levels that I make, they're usually, I mean, it depends on what style it is, but if it's this kind of style, it can take a long time to develop. So, one thing that I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so the player will have the option to choose a red shoe or a green shoe, because I think that's a cool idea. Anyway, yeah, so, and that's that highlight. Now, all of the maker stuff out of the way, there's one other highlight that I wanted to show. This is another RPG related highlight, so, actually, wait a minute. Shouldn't there be one more highlight? Oh, Bravely Default 1. Yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, let's look at this one real quick. Okay, so RPG highlights, other than Saga Frontier. So we have Bravely Default 2 highlight, and this is only 10 minutes. So this is just me talking. I'm just talking about me playing Bravely Default 2 offline. And that's basically all this highlight is. It shows like the card game and stuff, and I talk a little bit about that. Um, also, I'm playing a lot of hard mode here too, and yeah. Anyway, I'm working on taking on the only super boss that I didn't defeat yet, and I think it's actually the strongest one of them all. So I'm kind of like spending some time like leveling up my characters again, because I did New Game Plus and I was curious because I wanted to fight a lot of the bosses on hard mode because I did get I didn't I didn't there's not that many save slots for the game, and so basically, and also I would, whenever I would get farther in the story, I would just want to get farther still or further still, and as a result, I didn't really keep save files of like boss fights that I want to do over, but on hard, if that makes sense, you know? So as a result, I tried to just defeat as many bosses on hard mode as I could on New Game Plus, while still trying to make it kind of fair for both sides. Unfortunately, I think I was making things too unfair for me. So eventually, what I ended up doing was I kind of just stopped being fair for the most part on hard and just started beating the hard bosses just by any means necessary. And it was fine. It was an okay experience. Anyways, so and so for basically okay, well, now what else do I want to say? So I got to the portal bosses and they were a lot of fun. And like both on normal and hard, they're actually sometimes they're very similar difficulty. So that's something interesting to note. Um, if you can beat it on one, you can probably beat it on the other, I guess is what I'm saying. So don't be afraid to turn the difficulty up. But sometimes it can be quite a bit harder, so just keep it in mind. Um, but again, like if your strategy wasn't working before, then try to either refine it or try to come up with a new strategy. Anyways, so far I've been able to beat pretty much anything on hard mode, which is cool. I wanted to make sure as I was playing these portal bosses, I didn't want to get any loot from them on normal until I've beaten them all on hard at least once, and so I've basically done that now. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, so yeah, I'm able to be level 15 with any class if I want to, for any character, blah blah blah. Anyway, I have a lot of different ideas for what I could do moving forward with new game pluses in this game, blah blah blah. And I think it'll make for some interesting, like, I don't know, speedrun categories or something potentially. Not sure if they would be official or not, blah blah blah. But anyway, fun game, fun game. Anyways, so that is one of my favorite RPGs at the moment. And there's another RPG that I just started playing because, well, I wanted a little bit of something new, I guess, basically. and I've already beaten level Bravely Default 2 like a couple of times by now, so it's not new. And I've beaten Sega Frontier, hundreds of times, blah blah blah. So I decided to get Super Neptunia RPG, and I spent about almost 7 hours playing it, I guess. And for quite a long while, I was basically stuck in the tutorial, so it wasn't really the most interesting thing. I think they definitely were trying to make sure that young people understand how to play, maybe as well as people new to RPGs. So that's cool, I suppose. Anyways, the gameplay kind of reminds me, or I don't know, of it's a decent RPG in general, and it actually has a bit of its own original ideas, which might be little bit non-hypey for some people. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting was your characters just move from screen to screen as you travel. So like for this bridge, you do see the character walking up that bridge, but you don't see them like walking into a building, for example. They're just all of a sudden in the building, or like things like that, like just force the player to use their imagination. So in other words, I guess what I'm trying to say is the game has very minimal animations when it comes to story purposes, basically, which is okay by me. Um, but yeah, look at that victory animation. That sure was cute, wasn't it? Anyway, blah blah blah. Um, I think what you can expect coming up this weekend is I will be playing this game again at some point. And was there another game I was thinking about playing? Oh yeah, I was gonna call it Waifu Weekend because I'm planning on playing a Switch game, which um you guys might not have seen yet. I've already gotten maybe halfway through the story question mark of this other game I'm gonna talk about here. Uh, I don't know if I have it in the collections, probably not. So this might not be the easiest thing to find, but I'm going to eventually, I suppose. There's a game called QV. Curse of the Moon playthrough. First play Burn Stars in there. I'm not done with Burn Star either. I need to get back to that, and I will soon. It'll probably be like Bomber Weekend. We'll play it in Bomberman. Um. Well, anyway, trust me. There's a Switch game. There's a Switch game that I've been playing, and we're gonna make a collection for it. Blah blah blah. Next Thursday probably. I need to get caught up on collections management. Anyway, I'm not sure what we're doing on Discord or anything like that. Where was I? We were looking at highlights. Oh, that was the last of them. Yeah, so this was another video on YouTube. Thanks everyone for watching. And if you want more information, just check me out with the description below. There should be some links. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to look at the schedule first before moving forward. So if you do click on like push this for the next week or whatever, yeah, that's what that does. That arrow. So it shows you every Monday surprise game, Tuesday Levelhead, Wednesday Super Mario Maker, Friday Faria, and then on Saturday and Sunday surprise games again. So half of the week it's up, totally at my whim, and the other half of the week it's just definitely this because I want to be regular for other viewers. If you guys have suggestions for changing the schedule, let me know and I'll consider it. I'll probably make a YouTube announcement before I make any changes to this schedule moving forward. And that is to say, just keep in mind, there might be bonus streams that might happen. I might stream before 8 a.m. or, past like, roughly 4 hours for these games. Um, I might stream before or after these times too. Anyway, and I might end up changing the schedule, but if I do, I'm definitely going to put out another YouTube video about it. And I'm going to talk about having changed the schedule when that happens. But as it is, this is a schedule that was announced on Discord already, so if you guys haven't checked out my Discord yet, you might want to consider doing that, and I'll put that as a link in the description below too. And then you can actually rewind, you can actually see what actually happened. So as you can see, I started a little bit before 8 on this particular day, and we streamed Levelhead as planned. On Monday, the surprise game was League of Legends, and I actually was 3 hours late, and the reason why was because I was having technical issues. I was trying to fix some stuff in general, and so it was taking a really long time. And you can look at a previous week, and so the Monday before that, I was streaming Mario Maker for 12 hours. And after that point, I decided, okay, we're changing the schedule moving forward. Because I tried a special event and I was kind of disappointed. I know 99 views looks like a lot, but a lot of those people only counted a view because they did this. They clicked on following, they clicked on categories, they clicked on Mario Maker 2, and then they scrolled past my stream somewhere and then clicked on which one did they really want to watch. I don't know. Whichever one has the most viewers, right? They don't sort by recently started. They sort by viewers highest to low, or maybe lowest to high. Yeah, I don't know what they do, but they scroll wherever and then they click on the thing. So this is like the #1 stream right now, Liz XP, and then they just watch this channel and they count it as a viewer. Most of the people that watch this channel, they probably just click on their email and then click on the link and then go to this channel, or like they go to the home, the button on Twitch, right? They go to Twitch and then they go to the top of, over here, top left channel, so they would click on this, and this is the Mario Maker 2 stream, right? Or whatever stream it is. Anyways, yeah, people aren't always watching Mario Maker 2. Like, some people don't even go to the Mario Maker 2 thing. Anyway, this person's playing this story and they're not even speedrunning, so they're clearly new to the game, and yet they have all those viewers, so they obviously became popular from playing a different game, blah blah blah. And that's how a lot of the Mario Maker 2 streamers are. It's interesting that it's not particularly easy to become a partner through Mario Maker 2, although some people I guess have done it. But I'm not sure if Mario Maker 2 was the original reason. But anyway, whatever. It's a competitive game to stream in, that's for sure. Anyway, and so I got to be more serious about YouTube, and part of being more serious moving forward is putting out these kinds of videos. I know I'm talking a whole lot, and I should probably figure out a way to, I don't know, write a script for this stuff in the future, and I suppose I'll do that. But for now, maybe I'll just do it this way. I don't know what else to do. I feel like if I put a script into it, we're going to spend too much time doing this, and I won't have more time. I want more time for, actually playing the games, actually building the games that people are going to enjoy. That's why I haven't had as much of a passion for YouTube, and that's why I'm probably not going to be doing any video editing here on this video. So it's pretty raw, but I hope you guys don't mind. Anyway, I know I'm doing a horrible job of actually looking at the camera, but to be fair, like, it's sitting right in front of a really bright screen. My vertical screen is actually brighter than my horizontal screen. But anyway, and that's enough about that. Let's just go ahead and end the recording here.